We stand at a remarkable intersection in human history, a point where the boundaries between human ingenuity and artificial intelligence are beginning to blur. Welcome to Future Forward. In this episode, we see how AI is already outperforming human engineers, how the flight of a bee is inspiring a revolution in robotics, the first robotic police officers, and to vast warehouses where over 1 million robots are already at work. We explore how global powers are racing to write the rules for AI and how our favorite sports are being transformed. Witness an AI that can diagnose diseases and grapple with the prediction that superintelligence. Finally, we confront the environmental costs that come with this powerful technology. This is the story of our future, being written in real time. AI, the ultimate robot designer. Imagine an AI that can not only design a robot, but can do it better than a human expert. That's exactly what's happened. Researchers at MIT's C-SAIL lab have developed a generative AI that has designed a robot that can jump an incredible 41% higher than a robot designed by human engineers. And it's not just about jumping higher. The AI also designed a foot for the robot that makes it 84% more stable when it lands. So, how does it work? The researchers gave the AI a 3D model of a robot and a simple instruction: make it jump higher. The AI then went to work, running through hundreds of design variations in a simulated environment. It came up with a design that human engineers might not have even considered, with curved, almost organic-looking parts that are perfectly optimized for jumping. What does this mean for the future? Well, for starters, it could dramatically speed up the process of designing and building robots. This could lead to a flood of new robots for all sorts of applications, from manufacturing and logistics to healthcare and even our own homes. But what about the people who design robots for a living? Does this mean they're out of a job? Not necessarily. This is a tool, a very powerful one, that can augment their skills. Roboticists will need to learn how to work with these AI systems, to guide them, and to understand the designs they produce. The focus will shift from the nitty-gritty of design to the higher-level thinking of what the robot needs to do and how it should interact with the world. The key takeaway here is that AI is not just about automating repetitive tasks. Walk. It's about augmenting human creativity and ingenuity. This is a powerful example of how humans and AI can work together to achieve things that neither could do alone. Nature's engineers, how bees inspire robotics. We often look to the digital world for the next big thing, but sometimes the most brilliant solutions are found in nature. Today, we're looking at how the common bee is inspiring a revolution in robotics. For decades, we've tried to build flying robots by packing them with powerful computers and sensors. But what if the secret to autonomous flight was in an insect's brain the size of a pinhead? Researchers are now realizing that it's not about how much a bee sees, but how it sees. They've discovered that bees use a clever trick called active vision. They move their bodies in specific patterns to create a flow of images that their brains can easily interpret to judge distance and speed. It's an incredibly efficient system. Now, scientists are applying this principle to robots. By programming drones to mimic these bee-like movements, they can navigate complex environments using simple cameras and very little processing power. This is a game changer. It means we can build smaller, lighter, and more energy-efficient robots that can operate autonomously for longer periods. So, what does a world with bee-inspired robots look like? Imagine swarms of tiny robotic pollinators buzzing through greenhouses, ensuring our food supply. Picture a disaster scenario where a swarm of these micro-drones is released, zipping through tiny crevices to find survivors far faster than any human rescuer could. For professionals in fields like robotics and AI, this signals a paradigm shift. The future isn't just about more powerful hardware, it's about smarter, more efficient software inspired by biology. Engineers and developers should be looking at biomimicry, studying how nature has already solved complex problems. For those in agriculture, this could be a vital new tool. Understanding how to integrate and manage these robotic systems could become a key part of modern farming. The message is clear. Sometimes, to build the future, you have to look to the ancient wisdom of the natural world. Robocop reality. Police robots hit the streets. The concept of a robot police officer has been a staple of science fiction for decades. But in Indonesia, it's quickly becoming science fact. The Indonesian National Police have just introduced their newest recruits, and they're made of metal and circuits. We're talking about humanoid robots that can patrol, monitor, and even salute, as well as four-legged robodogs designed to go where it's too dangerous for human officers. These IK-9 units can sniff out explosives, enter collapsed buildings, and provide a crucial buffer in high-stakes situations. The official goal here is a noble one: to save human lives. This is more than just a novelty. It's a glimpse into the future of law enforcement. The immediate benefit is clear: enhanced safety for police officers. But the long-term implications are far more profound. This could fundamentally change the nature of policing. The job might become less about physical confrontation and more about strategic, remote deployment of robotic units. This evolution, however, brings a host of critical questions. How do we ensure the facial recognition systems aren't biased? So, how should people in this field prepare? For law enforcement professionals, the message is to embrace technology. The officer of the future will need to be tech-savvy, comfortable with operating complex systems, and skilled in data analysis. Another, for engineers and tech companies, this is a massive opportunity, but it comes with immense responsibility. The focus must be on creating transparent, unbiased, and secure systems. For the public, we need to be part of this conversation, ensuring that these powerful new tools are used in a way that builds trust and enhances the safety of everyone in the community. A million robots, Amazon's automated empire. When you click Buy Now on Amazon, you're setting in motion a complex dance of logistics, and increasingly, the dancers are robots. Amazon has just announced a staggering milestone. They now have over 1 million robots working in their fulfillment centers. This isn't a scene from a sci-fi movie, it's the reality of modern e-commerce. We're talking about a massive, diverse fleet. There are robots that lift and carry entire shelves, robotic arms that can sort packages with superhuman speed, and even bipedal robots that walk and carry items just like a person. And overseeing it all is a powerful AI brain called Deep Fleet. The immediate benefit for Amazon and its customers is clear: speed and efficiency, but the long-term impact extends far beyond Amazon. This is the blueprint for the future of the entire logistics and retail industry. We are on the cusp of the era of the dark warehouse, fully automated facilities that can operate 24/7 with minimal human intervention. But this raises a critical question: what happens to the millions of people who work in warehouses and logistics? Whoa! The jobs involving manual, repetitive tasks are disappearing. However, new jobs are emerging. Amazon itself points out that they've created hundreds of thousands of new roles for robotics technicians, AI supervisors, and logistics analysts. So, for people in this field, the path forward is not resistance, but adaptation. The warehouse worker of the future won't be lifting boxes. They'll be maintaining the robot that lifts the boxes. They'll be analyzing the data from the AI that manages the warehouse. The key is to upskill. Learning skills in robotics, mechatronics, data analysis, and IT will be crucial. The future of logistics work is not about muscle. It's about managing the machines that have the muscle. AI and your money, the future of finance. The UK and Singapore have just announced a major partnership to write the rulebook for artificial intelligence in finance. This isn't just a handshake and a photo op. The financial regulators of both countries are teaming up to tackle some of the biggest questions about AI's role in our economy. One of their biggest challenges is what they call explainability. If an AI denies you a loan, you have a right to know why. But what if the AI's reasoning is buried in a black box of complex algorithms? This partnership aims to find ways to make financial AI transparent and accountable. The long-term vision here is the creation of global standards for financial AI. This could lead to a revolution in personal finance, with AI-powered advisors providing sophisticated, personalized advice to everyone, not just the ultra-wealthy. It could mean fraud detection systems that are virtually instantaneous and foolproof. But this also opens a Pandora's box of risks. An algorithm trained on biased data could create a new form of digital redlining. A trading algorithm gone rogue could trigger a flash crash in milliseconds. So, what does this mean for people working in finance and tech? If you're a financial professional, your job is about to change. You'll need to become AI literate. For the tech wizards building these systems, the new frontier isn't just about making AI smarter, it's about making it ethical and explainable. This partnership is a clear signal that the future of finance is a collaboration between human expertise and artificial intelligence. Game on. AI transforms the world of sports. The English Premier League is betting on AI to make that happen, and they've just teamed up with Microsoft to do it. This is a deep, 5-year partnership to infuse AI into every aspect of the fan experience. They're building an AI-powered companion that will live in the Premier League app. Imagine you're watching a match and you want to know a specific stat. You just ask the AI and it tells you instantly. It will offer personalized content, real-time stats, and even help you dominate your fantasy football league. The long-term vision here is to create a truly interactive and personalized broadcast. This could fundamentally change how we consume sports, making it a more engaging and data-driven experience. And it's not just for the fans at home. This technology could also be used to enhance the in-stadium experience. But what does this mean for the people who work in sports media and broadcasting? It's a wake-up call. The traditional sports broadcast is about to be disrupted. The jobs of the future will be about curating data and telling stories with it. We'll see new roles emerge for AI prompt engineers and data journalists. For athletes and coaches, this means a flood of new data to analyze. The teams that can best leverage AI will have a significant competitive advantage. This partnership is a clear sign that the data revolution has come to the world's most popular sport. AI, the doctor, will see you. Now, Microsoft has just unveiled an experimental AI system that is showing stunning results in medical diagnosis. It's called MAI-DXO, and in a recent study, it was given 304 of the most complex medical cases from the prestigious New England Journal of Medicine. The result? The AI achieved an incredible 85.5% accuracy rate. For comparison, a group of human doctors given the same cases only got it right 20% of the time. This AI isn't just a super smart search engine. It's designed to think like a team of doctors. It has different AI personas that work together. One AI proposes a diagnosis, another plays devil's advocate to challenge it, and a third figures out the most efficient tests to run. It's a virtual medical panel in a box, and not only is it more accurate, it's also more cost-effective. The long-term implications for healthcare are staggering. This could be a powerful tool to help doctors diagnose rare diseases much earlier, saving lives. It could also help to democratize medical expertise. This isn't about replacing doctors, it's about giving them a superpower. So, what does this mean for medical professionals? It means the role of the doctor is evolving. The future of medicine will be a partnership between human empathy and artificial intelligence. Doctors will need to become skilled at working with these AI systems, interpreting their findings and communicating them to patients. The focus of their training might shift, with less emphasis on pure memorization and more on critical thinking and the human side of medicine. This is a powerful reminder that AI's greatest potential may not be in replacing us, but in helping us solve some of humanity's most challenging problems. The dawn of superintelligence, a decade away, one of the most influential investors in the world has just made a prediction that is both thrilling and terrifying. Masayoshi Son, the head of SoftBank, believes that artificial superintelligence, or ASI, will be here within 10 years. Let's be clear about what that means. We're not talking about an AI that's a little bit smarter than us. We're talking about an intelligence that is, in Son's words, 10,000 times smarter than the most brilliant human. He predicts that we'll have human-level AI, or AGI, in just 2 to 3 years. And from there, it's a short leap to a level of intelligence that we can't even comprehend. This is a vision of the future that is hard to wrap your head around. The potential benefits are almost infinite, but the risks are equally profound. How do you control something that is 10,000 times smarter than you? How do you ensure that its goals are aligned with ours? The concept of the singularity, a point where technological growth becomes uncontrollable and irreversible, is no longer just a science fiction trope, it's a serious topic of discussion. So, what does this mean for us, for humanity? This is a question that transcends any single profession. This is about the future of our species. The most important work in the coming years might not be in building the AI itself, but in building the ethical frameworks and safety protocols to manage it. For every individual, the message is to stay informed and engaged. The coming decade may be the most important in human history, and we all have a role to play in shaping it. Ethical AI, building a responsible future. We've spent a lot of time on this show talking about the incredible things AI can do. But today, we're going to talk about what it should do. As AI becomes more powerful and more prevalent, we're facing a critical question: how do we make sure it's used for good? This is the core of what's known as responsible AI. It's a movement to build ethical principles directly into the code of the AI systems that are increasingly running our world. And it's not just a theoretical exercise. We've already seen what happens when AI goes wrong. We've seen hiring algorithms that are sexist, healthcare algorithms that are racist, and justice system algorithms that are biased. These systems, which were supposed to be objective, ended up amplifying the worst of our human biases. And it's about accountability, so that when an AI system makes a mistake, we know who is responsible. This is a challenge that goes far beyond the tech industry. This is a societal challenge. So, what does this mean for people in the tech industry? It means that ethics is no longer an elective. It's a core requirement. Developers and data scientists need to be trained to identify and mitigate bias in their algorithms. For policymakers, it means creating regulations that can keep pace with this rapidly evolving technology. And for the rest of us, it means we need to be critical consumers of AI. We need to ask questions about the systems we interact with. Is this fair? Is this transparent? Is this accountable? We have a choice to make. We can let AI be a reflection of our worst biases, or we can build it to be a reflection of our highest ideals. The hidden cost of AI, a looming energy crisis. We've spent the last 9 segments marveling at the incredible potential of artificial intelligence. But every revolution has a cost, and for AI, that cost is measured in megawatts. The digital world feels clean and ethereal, but behind every AI query is a physical data center, and it is incredibly hungry for electricity. The International Energy Agency has just issued a stark warning. The energy consumption of data centers is set to double by 2030, and AI is the main reason why. A single AI data center can use as much power as a small city. This isn't a small problem, it's a massive one that threatens to undermine our climate goals. If we're not careful, the carbon footprint of the AI revolution could be enormous. This creates a fundamental tension. On one hand, AI has the potential to help us solve some of our biggest challenges, including climate change. On the other hand, the very act of running these powerful AI models could contribute to the problem. We are facing a future where our power grids could be strained, and our progress on clean energy could be eaten up by the insatiable appetite of AI. So, what's the path forward? For the tech industry, the new holy grail is not just performance, but performance per watt. We need a new generation of energy-efficient chips and AI models that can do more with less. For the energy sector, this is a massive new source of demand that needs to be met with clean, renewable power. For professionals in these fields, the opportunities are immense. The AI developer who can create a breakthrough algorithm that uses 10% less energy will be a hero. The AI revolution is here, and it's not slowing down. The great challenge of our time is to ensure that this revolution is a sustainable one. And that brings us to the end of this episode of Future Forward. From AI designing robots to bees inspiring drones, from robotic police units to energy-hungry data centers, one thing is clear: the future isn't just coming, it's already here. As we stand on the edge of incredible transformation, the choices we make today will shape the world we live in tomorrow. Whether you're a builder, a thinker, or simply curious about what's next, staying informed is the first step to staying prepared. If you found this episode thought-provoking, insightful, or even a little unsettling, don't forget to subscribe. Here on Future Forward, we break down tomorrow's technologies to help you understand the forces shaping your life today. Hit that follow button, leave us a review, and share this with someone else who's looking ahead. Because the future doesn't wait.